They laughed. Right there in the oak-paneled room where the air smelled like old money and rot. "She's not even family," my mother whispered, loud enough for the others to hear. The cousins smirked, eyes slicing toward me like I was a stranger trespassing on their bloodline. They had no idea. The will reading was supposed to be a formality, my father's final bow. They thought I'd come to watch them divide the empire he built, to sit there quiet, forgotten, like I'd always been. But when the lawyer's throat cleared and he asked for silence, I pulled out the chair, sat down, and smiled at the hidden camera that had been recording the entire time. Then he pressed play. 2 years earlier. When I met him, the man who raised me, I believed every word he said. He called me his brightest mistake, his second chance. I thought it was love disguised as regret. He'd married my mother out of convenience, not affection. She made sure I knew that. He only stayed for appearances, she'd whisper through wine-stained lips. You were the price I paid for respectability. Still, I loved them both. Like a fool, I tried to earn my place in a house that had already decided I didn't belong. I was the outsider child, the one from his first affair that everyone pretended not to mention. When he died, I thought grief might unite us. Instead, it fed them. The first crack appeared at the funeral. The casket hadn't even settled into the ground before my mother leaned in to the lawyer, whispering through her veil. The cousins clustered around her like vultures dressed in black silk. They didn't see me watching. They never did. Then came the missing files from my father's office, the missing keys, the rewritten financials. I asked questions, but the answers were always polished, dismissive, practiced. "Don't involve yourself in things you don't understand," my mother said. "You were never meant to inherit any of this." That was the moment something in me went quiet. Not broken, just silent. The discovery was almost accidental. I'd gone back to his study one night, months after the funeral. The room still smelled like his cologne and cedar wood. I touched the frame of his desk, the brass knobs cold beneath my fingers, and one of them clicked. A false drawer. Inside, a flash drive. Password protected. I almost laughed. The man who never trusted anyone had trusted me enough to teach me his codes. His password was my birthday. The files told a story, the real one, about shell companies in my name, about properties transferred quietly to me years ago, and about the recording system he'd installed in his office documenting every meeting, every whisper, every betrayal. That's when I heard it, my mother's voice. "She's not even family," she said. "Erase her name from everything." And then, laughter. I didn't cry. I took notes. Planning became my therapy. For 8 months, I built my case. I documented every illegal transfer, every signature they forged, every email they deleted. I found allies. His lawyer, his accountant, the one employee who still believed in honor. We prepared quietly, meticulously. I wanted justice, not revenge. But somewhere along the line, those words became interchangeable. I requested the will reading, knowing they'd come dressed in entitlement and cruelty. I wanted them comfortable, overconfident. The hidden camera had been placed inside the vase on the corner table, its lens disguised by porcelain petals. It recorded every sneer, every whispered insult, every lie. And then, when the lawyer opened his folder and said, "There's something your father wanted you all to see," I nodded. He pressed play. The room fractured. The screen flickered to life. My father's face appeared. Tired but sharp. "If you're watching this," he began, "it means you've already started fighting over what doesn't belong to you." My mother's hand froze mid-air. The cousins went still. I built this family, he continued, and I built it knowing one day they'd try to erase her, my daughter, the only one who never asked for anything. He looked straight into the camera, then smiled. I left everything to her. Silence. Heavy. Perfect. The lawyer read the final line of the will, confirming what the video made undeniable. The estate, the accounts, the company, everything was mine. The documents were already filed. There was no contest. My mother stood, shaking. "You tricked us!" "No," I said softly. "He did." Her face collapsed in on itself. I almost felt sorry for her. Almost. Afterward, they left in pieces. Some cursing, some crying, all of them smaller than when they'd arrived. I stayed behind in the chair, listening to the echo of my father's recorded voice. He'd known what they were capable of. So had I. The camera light blinked red, still recording. I looked straight at it one last time and whispered, "Thank you."